Let's take a drive. We're going to go from Chippewa Road to Riverview Road in the Brecksville Reservation, part of the Metro Park system in Cleveland. I've had to wait. There we go. Cleveland, Brecksville Reservation. This is end to end of the park. We're on Chippewa Drive. Used to see cars like this dart all the time. Used to cruise this park every day. All those partiers would come down here, listen to our hippie rock and roll music, smoke our pot, rev our engines. Best of the 70s. This is where I spent it. The park was built sometime in the 30s, part of the Work Project Administration, CCC type camps. So here is one of the pavilions. Been here a long time. That is the visitor center in there, which was built way back when, late 30s. It's a nature center. That stone that you see was brought up from the valley down here. There were a lot of mills in the area. Lots of stonework was done. Foundations, things like that. The dark guy's not very happy. I'm going slow. There's a ford down here where you cross the creek. They brought the elevation up. The water used to be right over top the roadway all the time. And when we had high water, it would really get deep in there. They raised the road elevation up. It still floods over, but not as drastically as it used to. Back in the 70s, all alongside the road here, you would see cars parked. Groups of people partying together, throwing frisbees, grills going, having a good time. It's now more family oriented in here. Young people are playing video games. Can't get out in the park. Can't socialize. Down here is a big meadow. Groups used to gather, park, and all over the place you see volleyball games and things like that. It was a lot of fun. Here we come across the ford. He's mad. Hey, I may have saved him a fucking ticket. Not too long ago, let's see, 1977? Yeah, not too long ago. Right where the maple trees are, just beyond that, where the pine is, we parked up underneath that willow. And we're having a good time. It was a Tuesday evening. It's very quiet. We were going to go to a concert down in Blossom, but the tickets were sold out by the time we got there. So we drove back up Riverview Road, parked over there, and I had made a water bong. And it was using a siphon pump that you would use to take fuel from your tank, put it in a can. Well, I decided to use that as a blower, and it was a power hitter. First smoke, having a good time with it. Out of nowhere come two park rangers on horseback from somewhere up in here. They had been watching us, and they crossed the road behind us. We didn't know it. Next thing we know, horse snorts. They caught us red-handed. That's it. You guys are busted. What do you got? Give it all to us. No, don't forget anything. Handed over that bong. The guy looked at it. Genius. You guys are banned from the park for a week. We don't want to see this car in here. Now get your asses out of here. And we left right down there. We didn't come back for a week. We could have been busted, thrown in jail. The amount of pot that we had on us, it must have been, I don't know, probably 2.5 ounces. It put us in jail. But we got turned loose. I think they went off into the woods and they had a good time. There's one of the stones right there, and I'll tell you a little bit about the history of that stone being mined just down the road. It's a nice park. It's a good park system. Emerald necklace wraps all the way around Cleveland. All right, let's continue on. It's going to be a long video. This is Riverview Road. That's why you back in, dude. Back in, all you have to do is pull out. This did not used to cross. It did, but it didn't. Up the top of the hill, right after this curve, there was a sharp turn to the right, and it took you up in higher elevation up there. And I'll show you where we went. This was actually a commercial something or another back in here at one time. It was full of trash and garbage. This waterway down here, it's the feed, the original feed for the canal system. This is Brecksville. There's the Chippewa Road Bridge that crosses the valley here. This is the Cuyahoga Valley. Train used to come down through here on excursions, Akron to Cleveland, points elsewhere, and that was a train depot. The bridge was a kit bridge built in Canton. They would ship them bridges everywhere, and you assembled it with your own town. I lived in a town in North Carolina called Canton. Canton used to be called Paper Town. Had a few other names. They tried to rename the town. Champion was a name that was kicked around, was used, was not used. Champion was the paper company. Couldn't figure it out, and after a 2-day deliberation with town council, they took a break. One guy was having a cigar, leaned against a bridge post, and looked up. Canton, Ohio. Huh. He liked the name. Went back, suggested it to everybody. They said yeah. So it became Canton, North Carolina. Ohio Erie Canal System. I'll do a tour in here, post another video on that. There's just so much for me to show you in this area. But that bridge is really architecturally appealing, like all the other bridges across the valley at the high levels. I showed you the others for the turnpike around 271. Alright, I'm going to conclude this video. We get back up here, the stop sign. Then I'll start up another one. We'll put this out as a series. The next one's going to take us up over the ford, and then we're going to turn left, and we're going to go up valley, and then it'll take us up towards the horse stables in the meadows. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.